Hello everyone, Fuzzfinger here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. So make sure at this point you have saved your game before we continue, because we do have a boss battle coming up. And don't forget, if you enjoy these episodes, please hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So without any further ado, we're going to bring Dagger out here and start making our way up the steps until we bump into a familiar face. At least that's the plan at the moment. So we're going to start heading all the way up here. And we're still going up. And we'll see what's going on down here. Jump onto this. And away we go. Ah, I missed it. Oh, here we go for another hour. There we go. And we'll see what's going on out here. Phew, nobody followed us. Must mean that we're out in the clear. Or are we? Steiner has finally began to realise that the Queen is not all he thought she was. But he's also showing that his loyalties truly lie with the Princess. So we're actually starting to see some kind of character evolution with Zidane now. He's not even referring to Steiner as Old Rusty. Yep, it's none other than Beatrix. And this is our third battle, which pretty much goes down the same as the previous battles. After a certain amount of time, the battle will end. Hopefully you can steal the Ice Brand and, more importantly, the Survival Vest, which you really do want. Of course, if you do run out of time, then I do recommend that you reset to the previous save point and try again. You really do at least want that survival vest. But other than that, Beatrix's attacks are pretty much identical to the previous battles that we fought with her, with one main exception. She now has the ability to cast Cura on herself, although that's not really an issue because the battle isn't so much about depleting her health as it is trying to steal the items before the time runs out. But other than that, you just want to get Vivi on slow duty and Zidane on steal duty. And that's about it. So the others can defend. Yeah, that's quite a nasty attack, but fortunately we've got a nice supply of Phoenix Downs there. So she has the Phoenix Down, the Ice Brand, and the Survival Vest. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. Just be careful because we don't have a dedicated healer. So just bear that in mind. But other than that, it is just a case of the same kind of tactics that we've used previously. So I'll see you in a minute. And there we have it. I have the Survival Vest. So now it's really just a case of defending, I guess, until the end of the battle. But I am going to try and steal the Ice Brand if at all possible, and just cast Phoenix Downs on the party members as they are defeated in battle. So throw a high potion there onto Zidane. And looks like we've got the trance mode there. So I can go ahead and use that. Well, actually, I am going to try and not use trance so that we can just carry on stealing. You never know. I'm not too fussed about the ice brand because we already have at least one. But I would like to get it if at all possible before the end of battle. But because the, the survival vest is so rare, I'm not going to reset just for the ice brand now. That survival vest is awesome and is definitely the main treasure that we are after. And there we have it. As usual, she will finish with the Climb Hazard ability, which will bring our party to their knees, as they say. But that's pretty much all there is in this fight to worry about. And as usual, we will get a collection of scenes. So, we never seem to learn, do we? She keeps poning us in battle and we still keep charging in. Although it does appear that Beatrix has some level of humanity left within her, despite being loyal to the Queen. And Steiner is still in denial after everything he's seen up to this point. I understand it's hard for him that his life work has been in aid of somebody who's so immoral, as in amoral. And wow, Beatrix is actually helping the princess. Or at least attempting to. Yep, she seems alright now, apart from a bit of a headache, which I think is understandable. Wow, that Queen Branch, she's just horrible, isn't she? Very, very mean. Not giving two iotas of consideration towards her own daughter, just happy to see her killed, as long as her power from has been extracted. Well, we get to actually battle with Freya and our new companion in the form of Beatrix, and all we really need to do here is stick to physical attacks. As you can see, it's not exactly a challenge, that fight. And straight after that we should find ourselves back with Zidane, so we'll just wait for this. So first thing we are going to want to do is just make sure that Dagger is suitably equipped. And there's the Stardust Rod, so we'll put that on. A few more abilities for her to learn. The Mage's hat looks good. And the Mithril Armlet looks more suitable to her sensibilities. That's the survival vest that we just looted, not, you know, too long ago. Let's just see if that's going to be any good for anybody else. It could actually be useful for Zidane because of the mug ability, so we will go ahead and equip that. Even though he hasn't fully learned Auto Potion yet. Mithril Vest, Magician Robe, seems as good as any. Give her the Germanus boots to increase her evade. And let's just sort out Zidane with Mug. Right, we need 3. We might not always want to use Mug on bosses though because of it doing damage. So maybe I'm not going to equip Mug straight away, but I would like to learn it. We'll go ahead and equip another killer though while we have the option. And we're just going to start heading down. There will be some battles on the way down here. Not random enemy encounters, but battles that have been forced upon us, such as this against 3 Type C Black Mages. Which I don't expect to be too much of a challenge. So we'll go ahead and take care of these now. We do of course have Dagger back in our party, so we can go ahead and start healing once again. Okay. Let's see what kind of damage we can put out to these guys. Starts off with VB and his trusty Thunder R spell. There we go. Steiner's got a lovely attack with that Ice Brand. It's not the one that Beatrix had, I didn't get that one, but it's one that's already in my bag. So if you've been following this walkthrough, you should have that also. Too much of an issue to finish off. Not with Steiner at the helm. There we go. And once again we'll continue to go down. And here comes our next battle. Against a couple of Bandersnatches. So this is the same enemy we just fought a moment ago with What's-Her-Face. With Beatrix. 1 or 2 hits should finish each of them off. Hopefully you're not underleveled at this point. If you do struggle with those Bandersnatches, just make sure you have Dagger on healing duty. And everything should be good. Oh, one thing I probably should have mentioned, I did completely forget, is that Steiner leaves the party now. So just after you've killed those Bandersnatches, go ahead and remove his accessory. It's too late for me, but you might want to do just that. You can keep his other equipment on, just take his accessory off for now. So it looks like Steiner has given us our new mission. And lo and behold, we're going to have a couple more battles coming up. By switching to our various parties here. So there's a lot of party switching in Final Fantasy IX, isn't there? Characters often joining and leaving all throughout. This is a lone Bandersnatch this time, just the one. Once again, a couple of hits should be more than sufficient to take this little fellow out. Oh, let's go ahead and cast Fiber. Or could have just defended with VV and Zidane's next attack would have done the job. Either way, he is down. Yeah, I got some abilities. Nice. And that's it for the time being for Zidane and his party. We're now joining Freya and Beatrix. And this is an interesting battle because we've got 2 against 2 this time, and then Steiner is going to join us. Oh, I use Freya's jump command because it should be sufficient to one-shot one of these Bandersnatches here. Although this sleep command's a little bit annoying. Oh, it wasn't anyway. Fair dues, fair dues. Try rushing into Beatrix now, please. Thank you very much. Down you go. That's why I use the jump command. But there we go. Not quite as strong as Zidane, are they? And Steiner. Yes, I know I can't have any more Phoenix Downs. Here he comes. Here comes old Rusty, come to save the day. This battle shouldn't be too challenging though, now that we have Steiner. Just defending Freya, she's not going to do much, is she? That was quite nasty. There we go. At least we've got a nice few abilities and what have you from there. So we're just going to head back to the chapel here. Check the magnets. Yes, there we go. We do have a letter from Mosh here. He wants us to deliver a letter to Monty. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. and then we're going to save. But I'm going to finish off here today, folks. I know it's only been a short episode, but we do have another boss coming up, so I'm going to try and save that for the next episode. Once again, please hit the like button, and if you have just joined us, then why not head to the FuzzfingerGaming website where you can sign up for a free account, very quick, and you can even download the my saved games for Final Fantasy IX there, and then you can pick up pretty much where we are again. You know, that can be used with Android or with Steam versions of the game. So save games on the website, I'll post that in the video description. And I'll see you soon, guys, for more Final Fantasy IX. Take care, bye for now.